So sadhana just means a daily spiritual practice. So you're going to have a daily yoni worshiping practice. We're going to do it for 40 days. And this is going to start really rebuilding that's my chair. If you keep hearing that pop, I really got to fix that. We're going to start rebuilding this connection with your yoni, really rebuilding this connection with your yoni, having this like dialogue, this intimacy with her where you're like looking at her face to face, looking at her and gazing at her, yoni gazing, looking at from your yoni into your eyes, like really looking from like yoni and eyes, really looking at your vulva, really looking at your clitoris, then going internal and really getting intimate with the internal as just like exploration as of what you're feeling with your own fingers, right? Really creating that intimacy. So if you do have nails, I do suggest that you take them off as I don't think anyone in this class has nails, but if you do, or just get them really, really short if you like to get them done, because if you have long nails, you're going to pinch. So I intentionally took my nails off, and I still feel naked without them. I'm going to get them back soon because I really do miss them. I just I love the way my hands look with nails on, but I did this intentionally so that I can create this really deep intimacy with my yoni and really be in right relationship with her with finger to finger. There's, of course, the yoni wand has its own practice and its own beauty to it, and we're going to use that and all of that. And there's nothing like your own touch, like your own sensations in your fingers and feeling that direct connection with that. And really just getting to know her, really massaging her, really just like, I'm here. I see you. I see you. And I'm no longer shaming you. I'm no longer not going to look at you or call you names or whatever. I remember when I was really younger, I was like, I don't know why. I was like, if any man goes down to me, I'm going to put whipped cream on it. Like, I didn't want him to look at it. I didn't want anybody to look at it. There was a sense of shame to it because of who knows what I probably saw in a picture online. Like, my pussy doesn't look like that. I was like, and as we know, a lot of these porn women do a lot of surgery to their yonis and to actually make them look like not as a normal yoni, to make them look whatever the image, and our yonis our pussies, the vulva, the lips are very unique to us, very unique and very beautiful in the way that it has just evolved to where it is now. So restoring that relationship with it. So the way that we're going to do this, you will need a mirror, like a long standing mirror like this, or I don't know if you can see it at the bottom, but like the makeup mirrors that you can put. If you do have a long standing mirror, you would need to get 2 pillows in order to support your low back, in order to place it there. And because it's going to get uncomfortable, or even better, if you somehow have a piece of furniture or a way that's set up, like in my dad's house where I was before, there was the bed, and then right there was this big mirror, and I was able to lean my body up against the bed. So if there's a way, like with your couch, with the mattress, with the desk, or something that's heavy that you can just lean your back on, it will be a lot more comfortable. I will say that. To doing it with the pillows, it's not as comfortable, but right now I really don't have anything to put it behind me. So if there's a way where you can place your mirror somewhere for the next 40 days when you decide to do it. So the way that we're going to set it up, and I'm going to have this all written out for you. So just speaking it, and then you're going to have it written, all the things. Week 1, we're going to focus on just the outside, really yoni gazing. I don't know why I keep saying really. You're going to be looking at the outside, focusing on just being present with her. Being present with her, yoni gazing, eyes to pussy, making that connection, breathing. I have a playlist for you as well. And it's only 10 to 15 minutes, by the way. It's not, you don't have to do a whole 30-minute practice, although it will maybe in totality take maybe about 20 to 30 minutes as you are setting up, creating the space, putting and slowing down, intentionally slowing down so you can be in the right mental place for it. But the actual practice will be 10 minutes. Maybe like, yeah, 20 to 30 total by the time that you set up, do the practice, do your journaling, and then close it up. So outside, putting your hands on it, massaging her as well. So the first 7 days, I want you to focus only on the external and just getting acquainted with what you see. What do you see? What words come up? What do you feel when you look at eyes to pussy, eyes to vagina? What's coming up? What are you hearing? What are you feeling? What's that connection that you're sensing? What is she saying to you? On weekdays 8 to 14, we're going to now then go inward. This is especially when you need the coconut, whatever oil you choose, coconut oil, olive oil, almond oil, or I know sesame oil can be really good too as well, I think. It's more of a grounding oil. It's like more has the warm texture to it. Then going inward, asking permission for her first. Can I penetrate? Can I go inside? Right? Then on the days 15 to 40, it's going to be more of an intuitive process where I want you to just explore how you want to explore and allow it to be intuitive. So the first 14 days is where I'm going to give you a little bit more of a structure and a guideline. And then after that, something that you can just explore on your own. And I will give you a way to set it up, just setting a beautiful intention in the beginning, and then creating a circle, a sacred space for yourself. You can call in the divine masculine energy to protect you as you're doing this, to create a safe space, as well as, you know, divine mother, or whatever ascended masters I've been working with, Isis and Mary Magdalene, just calling them in to create that safe space as well. And I have some journaling prompts here for you to think about. So some of the things that you probably will start to experience is what happens when you start to feel pleasure, when your hands start to rub around like your clitoris or like the outer, there's a lot of sensation also in the labia, right? There's sensation in there where you start to come across pleasure. Like, what's your instant reaction to it? What do you feel? Do you tense up? Do you hold your breath? What happens? What do you feel? So these are really great indicators to see what your direct relationship with pleasure is in this area. I'll have some stories around this that I will drop into the transmission, so that into the Telegram, to share my experience about what happened as I was going about this journey here. I'm actually not done yet. With the whole move, I'm not finished with my 40 days. I'm on day 29. I was looking at my calendar over here. So this is what we're going to be doing. This is what we're going to be doing. I was just thinking, because I know doing some shared practices together would be amazing. And we're going to do that in the coming weeks. This week, I really wanted the first transmission to land. There's like a lot of denseness in here. So I wanted that to go through before we move into a practice where we're all together in. So I will do that, and I will let you know ahead of time so that you can be ready if you really want to be in the live energy of guided practices. So what to do now is pick a day where you're going to start doing your Yoni practices. Try to be as disciplined and devoted to doing 40 days in a row. If you cannot, because of certain things that happen, that's okay. Or if your schedule is a lot. If your schedule is a lot right now, where squeezing this in for 40 days straight could be a little bit challenging, what I recommend then is to create a routine for yourself. Don't just do it, oh, okay, I have time today, and just create a devotional practice. This is a devotional practice you are doing with your Yoni. This is a devotional practice to reclaiming your innocence. This is a devotional practice that should not just be like, oh, whenever you have the time. It should be taken very seriously, very seriously, like from the heart, like for what the meaning of cleaning up this generational line and trauma and distortion with sex. Like this is a big deal. So take it with that level of seriousness. We're like, okay, I'm going to be devoted. And when your days get too much, like if you have a day that's too much or you're traveling or whatever, that's okay. That's okay. I would, because you don't want to rush this either. So for example, like the 2 weeks that I was here, that we were moving, I did not have I thought as soon as we moved in, I would have the space to be able to do the practices, but I didn't. It was dusty. There's no way I was going to open my vagina to dust, right? It was dusty. My mind, I still had so many things to do. I was like, there's no way. That is not a safe container for me to do this practice. So I waited until all the right, even my own energy wasn't ready for it. I waited until all the right pieces were ready, were in there, and then boom, I started doing the practices. So have that, start getting that set up, pick a day that you're going to start. I recommend starting it within the next 7 days. And yeah, so we can get in there, and then the 40 days can be within this container if you do the 40 days straight. If it lasts longer, beautiful, no problem. Okay, I think that completes the transmission.